Okay everybody, today we are going to be making a scallion bread. We're going to make it two ways. We're going to make it the original way with the scallions, the fresh scallions chopped into it and rolled up. And then we're going to do it my favorite way, where I like to eat it for breakfast and put away in the freezer so I can just grab and go and take that, or have it with a nice cup of hot coffee. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And into the bowl. Alright, 2 cups of flour. To our 2 cups of flour, we're going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And then we're just going to stir that up so that the salt gets a little bit combined. There we go. To this, we're going to add our water. We've got 3/4 cups of hot water. We don't want this boiling, but you do want it hot. We're going to go ahead and dump that in. And we're going to give it a stir. You may need to add some more hot water depending on your flour. And you may need to add more flour depending on your flour. Get that all together. We're going to bring it together with our hands. Might be a little sticky. That's okay. These are really great. The scallion bread is great for a dipping sauce. If you want to make a dipping sauce to go with this. We like to just eat this alongside our meal with nothing special to it. I'm going to turn it out here so we can get that flour all nicely combined. My dough is definitely a little sticky, but I think we can bring this all together into a nice ball. So give it, knead it a little bit here. We want that water to hydrate our dough. The nice thing about this bread is you don't need any yeast, you don't need any eggs, you don't need any milk. It's a really great budget-friendly bread that anybody can put together really quick with absolutely no problems. So mine is a little sticky, so we're going to go ahead and add just a little bit more flour just so we can roll that out. And just keep kneading. It'll start to get glossy. And once it gets glossy, you'll know that you're done. Then your flour's all nice and hydrated. Oh, it's coming together really good. You can feel the shift. This dough isn't a stiff dough when you're kneading it, so if you've got maybe arthritis in your hands, this isn't too arduous on your hands. As we get a little older, a lot of the times that really matters. So we're going to go ahead, roll this up into a nice little ball, just like so. And then we're going to pop it back into our bowl here. Put a little bit of oil on it so it doesn't stick. We'll just coat that just a tiny bit. I'm using olive oil here. Roll it around in your bowl just like so. And then we're going to cover this. We're just going to use a little bit of plastic wrap here. Put it around your dough ball. And then we're going to let this rest for 30 minutes. Okay, while we're waiting on our dough to rest, I've got about 1/4 of a cup of granulated sugar here, and we're going to take a 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and we're going to mix that into our sugar, just like so, kind of like making cinnamon toast. If you want to add some nutmeg to this, you can, or even some cardamom. I've done that, that's pretty good. But today we're just going to go ahead and go with the cinnamon and sugar, which is my favorite. Mix that in. Okay, that's ready to go. While we're waiting on that dough, we've got our cinnamon sugar we've made, and then I have a few scallions here. I don't have very many from the garden because it is really cold outside, but I do have a few. So it's inspired me actually to make this bread today. So I got those chopped up. They smell really good, especially since we haven't had any fresh since it's winter. So we're going to do 2 flavors. We're going to do some with cinnamon sugar, and we're going to do some with our diced up or cut up scallions. Okay. Okay, so our dough has rested. It's looking nice and hydrated. Get rid of that. So we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of flour down on our board so that we can roll our dough out without it sticking. So we'll get a little bit of that on there. Then we're going to go ahead and turn our dough out. And we're just going to knead it for a couple of minutes just to get it nice and elastic. Okay, shape it into a nice ball. And then we're going to cut this into pieces. Now we should be able to get, let's see, you can do either 4 big ones. We're going to do these smaller. And those look about right. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dough balls out of here. We're going to shape each dough ball into a nice little round. Okay. Just like that. They don't need to be a perfect round. We're going to be rolling these out with our rolling pin. We just want to get these kind of started into a nice round shape. Okay, so we've got our dough balls ready. We're just going to put a little bit of flour down on our board. 1 ball at a time, kind of press it out. And then we're going to roll this nice and flat into an oval or circle. Oops. And I like to get these fairly thin because then we can get more flaky layers. And that's what we want. We want those delicious flaky layers in here. Okay, so that one looks about right. So we got a nice little circle, oval. We're going to take some of our olive oil. We're going to brush that on there. You want to coat it all the way to the sides, just a nice light coating, just like that. And then we're going to take our scallions and we're going to put those on here. Try to get them out to the edges the best you can. Some people put a little bit of maybe some ginger in here, or some garlic. That's always really good too. Then we're going to take these and roll it up nice and tight. Tiny little rolls, just like that. And roll it up. Keep it nice and tight. You don't want those layers coming undone while you're cooking them. Okay, we're going to bring that together. And then you're going to coil this onto each other just like so. Okay? So you got a nice little coil. And then this might be something fun for the kids too to help with. Then you're going to smash it down. Put a little bit more flour on top of it after you've smashed it. And then you're going to roll this out again. Just like so. All right, that looks great. Get it thin. You want these to cook quickly in the frying pan. So there's your pancake. Okay, so then we're going to bring it on over here to the stove and we're going to fry this up. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and do our cinnamon and sugar one, my favorite. Take our nice dough. We're going to go ahead and roll this out, just like we did with the other one, with the scallion one. Push it out with your rolling pin, just like that. All right, so we got a nice circle. You can see it's thin. Make that a little thinner. The thinner you get it, the more layers you have. So they'll get nice and flaky, which makes this bread so good. That's really the appeal to this bread, is that flaky, delicious texture that you get. All right, so we've got our dough rolled out. Okay, we're going to go ahead, brush this with olive oil. You can use butter here too, but this is a nice vegan option. You can use butter for that more buttery goodness flavor. It's up to you. All right, we got that coated all over there. You want to bring that oil all the way out to the ends, okay, to the edges. Okay. Then we're going to take our cinnamon and sugar, and this, you just want to sprinkle it on nice and light. You don't want to overfill this at all. It'll just come out. It'll squeeze out if you do. So just a nice light coating. Think really easy cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon toast crunch kind of vibes. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and roll this up. Get those layers nice and tight. You don't want this to be a loose roll. You want this nice and tight. Okay. So we got that rolled up. Looks like that. And then we're just going to coil it just like we did with the other one. Coil it all together just like that. Tuck that tail in and then give it a push. Push it out and then finish rolling it out with your rolling pin. And once again, you want to keep this on the thinner side so it'll cook up quickly and it'll get that nice crust formed on both sides and cooked on the inside. We don't want any raw dough on the inside. That'll take away from the appeal of this bread. Or pancake, whichever you want to call it. This cinnamon, you can really smell it. It smells really good. All right, so we've got this rolled out nice and thin, and we're going to go ahead and hit this in the frying pan again. Okay, so we've got our hot little cinnamon bread here. I'm going to pat off that oil. It's got a nice crisp to it. You can hear that? Oh, those edges look so good. Oh, this is going to be so good. I haven't had these for a while. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that smells just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Oh, I love it. This is great. Look at those flaky flaky layers in there. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Let's give this a try. Oh yeah, that is so good. This with a hot cup of coffee or even some hot cocoa for a nice afternoon treat. Oh, that's good stuff. I hope you guys will make this. That's pretty good. All right, well that's our super easy cinnamon roll or scallion bread pancakes. All right, well everybody, thanks for joining us today. I hope you guys will give these a try. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever had these with cinnamon and sugar or if you've had the scallion bread. Let me know if you plan on making these. All right, have a good day.